they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Set. 2-7 to end. You get me? He's not going to get me? 49. Check 49. Check 49. Watch the safety creep. Hey, I got motion man. Me, I got this. Like 22.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Derrick Henry. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, rush, and down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Newton. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Open man is Ross, complete. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. John Ross with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Let's go!
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Throw now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. He completes it to Henry. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, you think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch twins! Watch twins! Drum team spill. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Ready, go!
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On play action, it's Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Got a man open, it's Ross. The 40, 30, 20. Touchdown, Houston. John Ross, 84 yards. And the Texans push further out in front.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
60 out block. Double tight, guys, double tight. And go!
A first down carry for Henry. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll toss it to Henry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's into the clear. The 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game.
There he goes left side. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
To throw, Bridgewater. He finds his man Johnson, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. On 1st down, Jennings. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The tackle made by Kevin Byard. 80 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Play action now. Bridgewater. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Not here. Mike 22, Mike 22. Go.
They'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 43 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Henry, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward, and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it fourth down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Hey. You got three. Three down.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
On first down, Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
2nd and 13. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and it's 3rd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schwartz. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Check.
They go play action. Bridgewater. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jeffrey Simmons in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. This is Jennings. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there. Becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. From the left side, it's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Let's go. Mark 22, Mark 22. Now watch one. Ready, go.
They'll set up to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
66. Bullet high. Smoke.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 30. Past the 20. And he will have a touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
2nd and 11. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go, D.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
They'll drop the throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's now 4th down and less than a yard.
Motion. Mike 22. Get that quarterback. Protein spill. Quarterback. Echo. D-line, get that quarterback. Watch that. Hut.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs.
Here we go. Down to the ending. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Strong right. Four down.
And an alley to run. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Ready.
First down at the 46-yard line.
Four down.
Back to throw. Complete. It's Henry. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And he will find his man on the outside. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Check 26.
Charlie.
Rip left. 41.
Box track.
41's the mic. I got it. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike.
Ready.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. From 17 yards out. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. A try here for the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Makes the score Texans 42, Titans 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got it? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
54 Mike.
Let's go one more.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater.
You ain't going nowhere.
And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs to make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught at the 20. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now back to throw. And the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Here we go. 50 set. 10, touchdown. Get him. Get him. Get him.
Hey, watch that, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Ain't no step. They go.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Johnson's got it complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Bridgewater here to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Johnson was the intended receiver. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go, defense. And here we go. Buds. Ready, go.
They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Let's put that team on the bus. Mike 4, Mike 4. Check. And go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Texans, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Ain't too many can play with us.